This is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And the Indians, the East Indians in America, are really starting to really get beside themselves because they're getting these token jobs in the government and they think they really have power. So occasionally they have to put them in their place, like they did Ramaswamy and a few others they've had to let go or put in their place. But they're really starting to feel themselves. So the other night at the Met Gala, they invited this Indian actor that's big in the Bollywood movie industry, not in America, except among the Indians. But some black people know him, I guess, because they invited him for the black dandyism thing. So it was about black people and the black dandies. And they have a dress code that you're supposed to dress in a certain way. Well, this actor, his name is Shaw something or other, but they know who he is. The Indians do. And a few of the black entertainers know who he is. Nobody even knows how he ended up getting invited because just because you're big in India doesn't mean you're big in America. He might be big in India, Africa, and Europe, but he's not big in America, not big enough for everybody to know his name. So Tiana Taylor and some other black actress or singer were interviewing him, and the Indians felt like they didn't do a good enough job of interviewing him. Secretly, I think they probably wanted a white person to interview him because they want to assimilate with the white people. But they were highly critical of the black women that interviewed him, saying that they weren't prepared and they weren't professional and they didn't give him his proper respect, and oh how insulted they were that they didn't get down there and kiss the ground all around where he was walking. Oh, it was just a mess. And then there was a white woman who was interviewing him also and asked him who he was. She didn't know who he was and didn't make a secret over the fact that she didn't know who he was. At least the black ones knew who he was. But anyway, this is what went on.
Shahrukh, he said politely.
My designer, Sabyasachi, he thought of it, and for him it's an expression of freedom and trying to be resolute and resilient against things that can oppress you.
Shahrukh Khan made his Met Gala debut in a regal black Sabyasachi suit and a tiger-topped cane, pure royalty. Designer Sabyasachi even revealed that his hotel exit caused near stampede levels of chaos. Despite his striking presence, Vogue's official coverage allotted him nearly 3 seconds of screen time, while fellow Indian actor Kiara Advani was entirely omitted. This oversight sparked outrage among Indian fans, who perceived it as a lack of recognition for South Asian talent. Critics have called out the foreign media for being ill-prepared and disrespectful towards Khan, a global icon with a career spanning over 3 decades. Indian fans are furious. Were any other celebrities asked this question, who are you? The answer is no, they weren't. Met Gala 2025 may have celebrated diversity by keeping the theme as Black Dandy. But clearly, global icons of color like Shah Rukh Khan still don't get the spotlight they deserve.
So they felt like he didn't get the respect that he deserved. But the fact of the matter is, this is the first time that he's introduced to America as a group. But the fact of the matter is, this is the first time that he's introduced to the American public. So Americans haven't had a chance to get to know who he is because he's not starring in American movies. He's starring in Indian movies in Bollywood. If that was a stampede at his hotel, it was a bunch of Indians. It wasn't the American public. And when I say American, I'm talking about, well, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's not, Indians are still looked upon as immigrants. So if they were stampeding his hotel, that would be the right thing to do because they're his people. But all of America doesn't know who he is, and all of America wasn't going to storm his hotel. If you want to be that important and that relevant, then you need to do that in your homeland where people know you. Am I right about it? So that Met Gala theme was all about black dandyism. And that really speaks to the culture that Black Americans have cultivated in the United States over a period of hundreds of years. The Indians are just Johnny come latelys. And they think because they're not black and because they have so much anti blackness in their community that they should jump ahead of us. And they might jump ahead of us in some things, but they can't jump ahead of us when it comes to our American history, our American culture, our American talents and gifts and influence. So I don't even know what that leaves them. But anyway, black women came back for them and had to do some straightening and had to put them in their place. So I'm going to show you a video of what one black American had to say, and I think she summed it up pretty well.
You talking about some, if you were hired for the job, you should have done your research, da 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 da. Teyana Taylor's on the committee. Full stop. Teyana Taylor is on the committee, and she is part of the reason why Shah Rukh Khan was even invited in the first place. And let's get it clear, had he not shown up, he would not have been missed by the Americans who take interest in the Met Gala. And he made it very clear, he and his designer friend, made it very clear they were not there to celebrate the theme, which was black dandyism, black excellence, black influence in fashion culture. They were there to make it about him. He pissed on the event, saying that he didn't even know what it was. He wouldn't have even shown up had his little kids not been wowed by it. His kids were impressed, so he thought, I guess. And then the designer went on to make it even more so about him, saying that, you know, we made this outfit, we designed this outfit not for y'all's little raggedy ass little black dandyism theme, for y'all's little cute little whatever event, but for Shah Rukh Khan, because Shah Rukh Khan. You don't find that distasteful, rude, and a little bit ungrateful? Y'all should be happy with the fact that there was South Asian representation in the first place. Even if that representation is white South Asian representation. No, we didn't know who he was, but we do now, baby. We know who he is now. We sure do. And we don't care. And it's okay for us not to care about somebody who you value, who obviously stands for things that y'all value as a culture, which is colorism and anti-blackness. It's okay for other cultures to not care about people that you view as icons. Just because this man is the fourth richest man in the world, according to y'all, we do not care. We do not care. The event was celebrating black culture, black dandyism, the influence of blackness in fashion. And he clearly was not there for those reasons or to give black people their moment and their flowers. He was there to make it about himself, as was his designer. I'm so sorry we didn't kiss his feet. I'm actually not sorry. And if you ask me, he and the designer were very rude in their attitude towards the event and towards the two black women who were interviewing them. Where's the hate for the white interviewer who literally asked who he was? And he had to say, I'm Shah Rukh. Y'all are not coming for her. Why not? But yet here you are diminishing the fact that Teyana Taylor is on the committee. The whole reason why that man was even invited. You'd think you would do your research. I would really like to know what exactly y'all were expecting people to act like at the Met. What were you expecting black American people to do when they saw this man? What would you have liked? What would have made y'all feel like he was given the respect y'all think he deserves? For simply being a Bollywood icon, a face of whitening cream, and a fourth richest man in the world. Like, what did y'all want? Somebody please. Somebody please. It's giving anti-blackness and colorism.
All I have to say is people are going to learn sooner or later that black Americans are not to be played with. Black people invited him to the Met Gala. So if he was such a big star, nobody should have. So what the Indians should have learned from this is being a big star in India is not the same as being a big star in America. So next time if he gets invited, maybe he will have better manners. Hey y'all, let me know what you think about this. Thank you for listening. Give me a thumbs up and have a great evening.